Local author Greg Grotius has written a new book. It's called Tares in the Clover. It's a book about three stories that heavily reflect life in all its phases. Now, ladies and gentlemen, he's going to be having a book signing at the River City Mercantile on downtown. That's on Saturday, 11 to 1. It's a pleasure to welcome Greg Grotius to Midday. Greg, good to see you. You're a local guy, right? Did you grow up here?
Thank you, Michael. I did grow up here. I was born in South Bend, but don't remember much. I came down when I was 1. Of course, I got a ride with my family at the time.
And went to Wrights, right? And then the USI.
I went to Wrights.
When did you find out, you know what, I want to write for a living?
I wrote poetry in college and some short stories. And it wasn't until the early 2000s when I was interviewed for a job and they asked my dream for the next, what I see myself doing within the next 5 years. And I said I would like to write a novel. And that came into being.
Right. Your first book, Places in the Woods, right?
Places
we got a
in the
copy
Woods.
of both. Now, here comes Tares. It's not tears. Tares in the Clover.
Tares in the Clover.
Is there a correlation, or what's the main difference?
No
Greg?
correlation. The genres are totally different. Places in the Woods, by the way, the artwork were both done. The cover artwork was done by my nephew, Zachary Hunt, graduate of SCADS, South Carolina. Wonderful artwork, and it's magnificent, but the Places was...
That's kind of a futuristic.
It's a futuristic thriller, and it lies in the what if. And it's kind of a grim story, but has a skewed redemption. Tares in the Clover has the theme of what has been, what could be, and how we deal with those situations.
When did was there any instance that inspired Tares in the Clover?
Absolutely. Someone very close to me, especially in the first story, Goodbye and Hello, depicts a woman who deals with jealousy and sabotage at her job. And she not only has problems at work, but at home, and what she has to go through to deal with it.
Don't go away. When we come back, we're going to break down, as he said, there's 3 stories in Tares in the Clover. We'll talk more with local author Greg Grotius when Midday continues right after this. Talking with author Greg Grotius about his new book, Tares in the Clover. Okay, I mentioned about there's 3 stories. You kind of touched on the first. What are the other 2 about?
The other 2, first I'd like to mention the title, Tares in the Clover. If you take a look at it, it's a 3-leaf clover representing 3 stories. So the tares represent tension, trouble, unsettling circumstances within all 3 stories. The second story is a very unusual take, fictional, but it was based on a true life event here in the United States. After a dream I had, the atmosphere in which it took place, I looked up tragic events in U.S. history and found there was an avalanche. So it focuses on the avalanche and what certain individuals do to survive the avalanche, and it takes place over a 100-year period, and what other people do to make sense out of the situation.
And the third story?
And the third story is a teenage boy who is bereft of all love and understanding at home, and he ends up being the black sheep of the family, the mime, the clown, so to speak, to make up for what he has lost at home.
Now, I understand all authors, am I right? Do you have another book? Are you thinking about another one? Can you tell us about that, Greg?
I am. It's already started. I've got a couple started, but I have to focus on the one. It It's going to focus on a meteorologist that is disgruntled. He is so entranced and so obsessed with his job and storms by something that happened to him as a child that he has to work through losing his job.
Okay. Wow. Real quick, you got a book signing, River City Mercantile. It's downtown on the Walkway, right?
River City Mercantile. If I can mention the other businesses for the viewers to locate where it is, it's toward the river on the Walkway, I believe, close to Shingley's, right across from Zuki's.
Gotcha. And it's 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Great.
And viewers, please read these stories.
Where can you get the book? Where can you get it?
You can get the book through authorhouse.com, Amazon, Barnes & Noble. Barnes & Noble is ordered by demand. And USI bookstores, since I graduated from USI, they will carry the book as well in a few weeks.
Greg Grotius. Greg, thanks. We look forward down the road to the fourth one about our meteorologist. Thanks for coming in.
My pleasure, Mike.
Nice to have you.